Good evening, folks. We'll call this mail call, but this mail call was a little different. I had to actually sign. So it was after work. Honey Bunch and I were heading out for a walk, and here comes the blue truck, Blue Santa. And as he's walking up, he hands it to me, and I'm like, "Oh, do you need to take a picture?" He's like, "No, I need you to sign." And he pulls up the, just like a UPS dude. I signed on the, the iPhone looking thing. And I thought to myself, why do I have to sign? This is some worthless stuff in here. There's no value in this stuff. Literally. It's not valuable. Maybe because of what it is. So the first thing is some 3M double-sided VHB, very high bond tape. And the other thing is Anchorlube. And that's it. That is it. And the reason I bought Anchorlube is because I'm a fan of Tap Magic. In fact, when I ordered this, I also ordered a large 16-ounce version of Tap Magic, which will probably be here not today, even though it said it was supposed to be delivered today. You got to love when Amazon lies. But this is running low because I use it on everything. Usually my lathe, but, when I was making the holes, cutting the holes, drilling the holes for the my Ghetto Inline Fab copy, flush plate copy, I used my Tap Magic. But I was watching a video and I saw some guy using Anchorlube, and I thought, wow, this is a really thin, it's a very thin plastic bottle. I like how they put the plastic on here, so in case it does leak, it doesn't ruin everything else, because I've had that happen with some hoppies. Yeah, this is a really thin bottle. Maybe let me pressurize it. Maybe that has something to do with it. So this is more pasty, which should be, in my opinion, better for drilling holes as opposed to cutting and turning and surface finishing for the Tap Magic. I have nothing but positive things to say about Tap Magic, so that's all good. And the reason I picked up the tape is because my son gave this to me years ago, and it's been on my bench, and we use it occasionally. But the funny thing is, every time I use it, I need to cut it in half because of what I need to do. And when I went to use this the other day, again, to cut it in half, as you can see, I'm out. It's done. Even though there is 6 inches or so, it is done. So I went to buy this and found out they sell it in 1/2-inch widths for half as much. So I now have it in the correct size, and I won't have to cut it. So I thought that was a win. Somebody will probably say, why didn't you leave that on there until you need it? Ooh, that's some sticky stuff right there. So I will probably, what is this? VHB application guide. Yeah, very high bond. Yeah, I have found that this stuff works really well. As far as double-sided tape goes. This would be my favorite double-sided tape that I use, and I'll put it in this cool little holder. Probably too late to keep it in here, so that's a done deal. But this will keep the gunkies hopefully away. And that is tonight's video. So we've got some Anchorlube, which I'm really wanting to try out, and I've got today I ordered a part from Inline Fab. And I will use this Anchorlube as I modify that part once that shows up in a couple of weeks. So stay tuned for that. More to come. Hello, folks. Reloading Bench back with you once again. And it's mail call when you see a box. So the other day I made a video, and it was about finding a video where a gentleman was doing some steel, some drilling in some steel, and he was using Anchorlube. And Anchorlube being kind of pasty, I thought, that's different. As opposed to, you know, my cutting oil of choice, which is Tap Magic. And I love Tap Magic. I don't have a bad thing to say about Tap Magic. Just half a dozen of one, 6 of another. I'm getting a little low. So that was the reason for hopefully what's in this box. Now, see, here we go with the whole, you know, if you remember, this came in a bag to prevent, you know, no bag, no prevention of anything. I mean, obviously it didn't leak, so that's a wonderful thing, but come on, rainforest. Come on now. So let's see if there's a seal on here. And if there isn't, oh, there is. That's good. Kudos to Tap Magic, and there's kudos to me not being able to put a cap back on. Obviously, Tap Magic puts the cap on better than I do. So I'm going to say that's a win. So this is 16 ounces. This is 4. So this is 4 of these. This costs half as much of that. This, in this quantity, is a much better deal than this. Obviously, if you don't need this, you know, people buy according to quantity. And I bought because I had no experience with Tap Magic. I had seen, read, whatever that works well. So I thought I'd give that a try. This, probably better for turning than this. This may be better for drilling, making holes, potentially, maybe not so much this. But again, for all my hole drilling on my most recent project, this has worked exceptionally well. Actually, I think I used the little mini funnel that came with that. Doing this works just as well. And I will not fill it to the top because that is not, in my opinion, a good idea. That's how boo-boos happen and product gets wasted. So that, I'll call that full enough for me. Wipe that off a little bit. Love Tap Magic. And my Inline Fabrication plate that I'm going to mess with, that I have an idea that I'm going to make some holes in and do some welding, I will try the Anchorlube out, but that'll be a different video. That's it for this one. Later.